Yay, Chiefs is Stellenbosch's Hoodoo team. Who would have thought? In the last 6 games, Chiefs has beaten Stellenbosch 5 times. That is incredible, and it played out here, and I think this fixture came at the right time. These wins are important. I've often said about the PSL that the one thing you shouldn't do as a coach is to get losses that are following each other. Because in the PSL, the perception of your team changes completely when you start losing games in a row. And when Chiefs went 1-0 down, I'm not going to lie to you, a part of me feared for Coach Nabi and feared for what was going to be said after the game. Chiefs, again, I think Chiefs came into this game versus Stellenbosch and was an enterprising team. They were trying to push, they were trying to be progressive. You saw Cross coming in and he got a chance that he hit over the crossbar. You could tell that, man, they want to play. And like I've said over the past few weeks, the only thing lacking Coach Chiefs is a bit of a brain, a bit of a thinker of a player who can play the final pass, because they will give you effort. I'm going to give Coach Nabi credit because I said in my last video that I'd love to see you try something new. I'd love to see you, man, experiment with the team, and let's see, man, at least make new mistakes. And that formation he came up with that had Ukros on the left-hand side with Uditlokwe was an understandable change, because one of the reasons that I was complaining about Coach Nabi quite a bit was about that left-hand side. That left-hand side where you'd have a defensive player playing in the left-back position, you'd have a left wing, but nobody would come back. And maybe he thought that if you could put Cross there, Cross's defensive instincts might keep him from going too far up, or at least if you're playing Cross with somebody behind him, you take away that thing where Cross becomes tired and Cross can't push forward, and you know, when he's forward there's spaces. Now that didn't work for too long, because Stellenbosch also realized, Coach Barker said in the beginning of the game, that Stellenbosch's main plan was to go out and attack the left and the right backs of the Kaizer Chiefs. Seeing what I've been saying for weeks, that there is a Mbobo there on the left. Chiefs then defaulted back to that position. They've defaulted back to that position, to that play where your left back is now venturing all the way up the pitch, and because he's gone, your 2 centre backs get drawn in, and then your right back has to decide where he fits into all of this stuff. The goal that was scored was a little bit of a reminder of that, because of the ball that Dotley tried to play out, and the two left-sided players, Cross and Ditlokwe, were out of position, and that allowed Stellenbosch to come in, play a far post ball for a goal, right? You could tell that that's similar to the problems that we had. It's not exactly the same, but they had a similar problem. This time it came from trying to play the ball out excessively instead of just clearing it. Sorry to interrupt the video that I'm sure you're enjoying, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support that you guys have shown me and my Overthinking Football platform. I'm a one-man band that's doing all of this, and I really do enjoy the comments about how, you know, Supersport needs to come fetch me, and SABC and all of that stuff. And I think it speaks to the quality of the content, but also the amount of effort that I put in. So I just wanted to say thank you. But the truth is that Abu Supersport and all of those guys, yes, we're competing with them, but it's a completely different place. The sponsors are looking for former players, and to be honest with you, running some of these things is getting so difficult, and things have changed at home. So financially, it's a whole different world. So I wanted to try something new and come to the overthinkers, the people who watch the content, and say it would be incredible if you guys could contribute monthly towards the platform, towards keeping my lights on, but also making sure that all of the crazy things that I want to do, that I want to take Supersport on with, I can actually do. And just for 20 Rand every month, I think that would be an incredible contribution if you can make it. It may sound like a little, but if we can get a lot of people behind it, then we'll be able to carry on doing what I do. I'll be able to carry on giving you the content and also expanding it, because we don't have shows like this, and us content creators need help from our audiences. So I just came here to ask you if you can. Here is the account number that you guys can use in order to contribute. And I think, yeah, I'd be very grateful if you would. But anyway, let's get back to the video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Credit to Kaizer Chiefs though. Credit to Kaizer Chiefs because they kept fighting. Credit to Coach Nabi because I think today he made a statement with that 30-minute sub saying that no, I'm going to pull you off if you're not performing right now, and I'm going to try something new, and I'm not going to wait for the end of the game to do it. I think that took balls, and I think that showed some of the balls, the cojones that we've been asking for from Coach Nabi, especially with some of these players, especially with the game. Letting games go had to be a thing of the past, and he made his changes. Not super effective, I think, the substitutions. We did play a little bit more high tempo, but I think that's just due to the energy that Abo Mfundo bring on. I don't know if that was dangerous. Well, I don't know if that was dangerous. I don't know if that was something we could point to and say that, they did well. I just think that was just an energy shift that the Chiefs had. But credit to them, getting that first goal. And then finally, kuniniskhala ukuthi guys, play balls in behind. When you're facing a team that is doing a low block, or not doing a low block, that's playing a high line, can you just line people up to run in behind? I would have loved to see Dupree's in the position that Duba got into, but Uduba showed maybe again that he's not a winger, he's more of a striker, because that finish in between the keeper's legs was a very high class finish. Duba with 2 goals in that game. So I hope that going forward, maybe this win can lessen a bit of the pressure on Chiefs and the Chiefs players, and Nabi can sit down with these guys and get them playing again. Get them playing the through balls. I think the through ball is going to be the most game-changing thing for the Kaizer Chiefs if they can start utilizing it, especially with Dupree's on the pitch. The second half is not too much to write home about. I think Stellenbosch tried to push quite hard to get back into the game. But now Stellenbosch abandoned the way they've been playing this season for maybe more stability in the midfield. So how Stellenbosch had played this season was that they'd have a front 4 with 3 players in front of De Jong. And De Jong would be the guy that drops into the spaces and orchestrates where everybody's running. De Jong was playing a little bit more like a striker today, a little bit more up front, which meant that they didn't have that control and the calm that they normally have, opting to go wide. I understand it was the game plan, but I think Stellenbosch needs to decide exactly how they want to play this season, because Nabo has been wishy-wishy. They've been going up and down. They've been doing a whole bunch of different things that haven't been working out. And where last season they had a set identity, I think this season they're going to struggle a little bit, and the results haven't been as predictable as we thought they would be. So that's maybe something that Coach Barker has to look at. But to be fair to him, it seems that Kaizer Chiefs is a Hoodoo team. It seems that Kaizer Chiefs is going to be a Hoodoo team for Stellenbosch, because in the last 6 games, Stellenbosch has only won 1 of those games, where Kaizer Chiefs has been able to win 5. So well done to Coach Nabi and his team. They needed this win. They needed to break it away from all the negativity. They needed to make sure that it doesn't become a streak. And to do it versus Stellenbosch, who we still maybe view as one of the top teams in the league, is a very, very big thing. Hopefully, they can build on this confidence. I think that team lacks a bit of confidence. And sometimes you need to chase a game in order to get that confidence back. And hopefully, they can put together a little bit of a string of results before they hit that derby game that tends to bring a lot of pressure. But guys, it's been incredible. I'll see you guys on the next one.